Hello everyone. Today I will read out the story I Need to Pee, written by Neha Singh, illustrated by Neha Singh and Eric Iggy. Each time we are about to go out, Mama turns around and asks, Rahi, have you peed? Mama is always worried that I will want to go to the loo in the middle of a car ride, plane ride, train ride, or bus ride. Every parent is worried about this problem, but in my case, the situation is worse. Mommy says, you see, I love to drink water and coconut water and juices, pomegranate, orange, watermelon, grape, you name it. I love lemonade and fizzy drinks too. And teacher says that a good thing, little children must drink plenty of fluids. But sometimes it's not a good thing at all. You see, the more you drink, the more you pee. Often when Mama and I go to the market, we can't find any toilets. I have to be behind a big tree. Last summer, my brother Kattyayini and I were on our way to my aunt's house in Meghalaya. It was a long journey. We were on a train and I had just had a whole coconut's water when Mommy, I need to pee. Mommy rolled her eyes and took me to the train's lavatory. I knew it would be stinky in there, so I gulped a lot of air, held my breath before I entered. Mommy always makes me wear shorts on long journeys so I won't sprinkle my clothes as I tinkle. The train moved good through the hole in the toilet. I could see the earth moving so fast under me. It made me giddy and woozy and fuzzy. But I kept looking till I couldn't hold my breath any longer and came out. No more water for you, Mummy said when I returned to our berth. I had no choice but to take my book of important quotes. I read from it. Every child should be allowed to drink water whenever they want. Mummy took my book, stuffed it in my orange backpack. My brother laughed. Little boys should be allowed to sprinkle a little bit while peeing, as long as they clean up afterwards. We got off at Guwahati station after 2 whole days on the train. It's much smaller and prettier than Mumbai's Lokmanya Tilak terminus station. I needed to pee again because I had drunk sweet and salty lemonade on the train again. But you just went, cried Dane. I brought out my book of important quotes and read, "One should not shame one's sister. Toilet needs." Tine suspects I make up all the quotes in my book, but that is not true. I pointed at a 5-star hotel across the station, dragged my mummy to it. "Excuse me, I need a pee," I told the 7-foot-tall turbaned guard. "Sorry, missy, you can't come in here just to pee," he said. "I can." I brought out my book and read, "According to the law, anyone can ask for water and use the toilet in any hotel." The guard's eyes became as round as the turtle's shells as he stared at my book. I quickly shoved it inside my orange backpack and walked through the fancy doors. Coming out of the swanky toilet of the hotel, I asked the pretty lady at the reception, "Excuse me, may I have a chilled glass of water, please?" She looked me up and down. As I left the lobby, I saw the strict manager of the hotel scolding the 7-foot-tall guard. I think the manager was not happy about the guard letting me in to pee. I felt bad for him now, but what could I have done? I had to be so badly. Next, we boarded a bus to Shillong, the capital of Meghalaya. And when I got thirsty after a short while, Mummy was terribly annoyed. Still, I drank the yummiest pineapple juice on the bus. This place had a lot of pineapple farms. It's funny, I didn't know that pineapples grow in the earth. I'd always imagined them growing on trees like apples, pine trees that grew apples, pineapples. Tee-hee, how silly of me. The pineapple juice had done the trick and I needed to pee. But the bus driver didn't want to stop the bus, so I brought out my book. Bus drivers must stop the bus when little girls want to pee. An important quote. The bus driver froze, put his foot on the brake, and let me out. As Mummy and I got off the bus, I heard the other passengers shouting at the driver, angry with him for stopping the bus. "We will get late," they said. I felt bad for the bus driver, but what could I do? I needed to pee. Mummy took me to a public toilet close by. Sometimes public toilets can be scary. The door doesn't latch, when the window panes are broken, when the light switches don't work. I get scared about peeping toms. I hate those kinds. I always ask Mommy to take me to a safe toilet, and she does. She's the sweetest. Sometimes I count how long I pee for. Longest I have counted is up to 35. This time I counted till 23. The woman at the counter asked me for 20 rupees. I showed her the board, which says 5 rupees per use. She shouted, "I don't care, give me 20 rupees. I brought out my book and read, "Grown-ups should not lie to the little girls. The woman's mouth was open, but not a sound came out. I kept a 5 rupee coin on her desk and left. As I was leaving, I saw a big, burly, bugly man arguing with the woman about money. He was shouting at her for taking only 5 rupees from me. The woman kept quiet. I felt bad for her, but what could I have done? Finally, after 5 hours on the bus, we reached my aunt's place in Shillong. I love the toilet in her house. It is called a dry toilet. It's built on a raised platform, and there are 3 different holes, one for peeing, one for pooping, and one for washing. When you are done, you just cover up with mud that is kept in a bucket. It's so much fun using a shovel to pick up the mud. I love the smell of the mud as it hits the floor. I wish we had a dry toilet at home. In the city, Mommy says it is the most environment friendly and relative. I was so happy to have reached my aunt's home, and the thought of the safe dry toilet made me giddy with joy. Mummy no longer stopped me from drinking fruits on our holiday. I opened my book and wrote, "Children should always have a safe toilet experience." Thank you.